Great Britain, a nation of a highly developed society. During the last 2 decades, a growing number of overseas people come here to live and study. Let's see what they have experienced here.
Where you come from?
I'm from Nigeria originally.
Pakistan.
I'm from Estonia.
I'm from China.
Syria.
Pakistan.
How long have you been here?
I've been here for 4 years.
Around 12 years now.
I've been here a long time. I don't think I want to say though how long, but I've been here a long time.
I've been here since August.
I've been here since 2 years.
What do you like about living in the UK?
There's a lot of freedom here, and I also like the NHS, National Health Service. So I like how you can get free medical care, but at times you have to pay. But it's better than some countries where if you don't have insurance, then they just basically leave you there to die.
The countryside is beautiful. I like the cultural life in England. It has lots of theatre, it has great television, lots of lovely museums. I also like that it's a pretty tolerant society in general, and you can meet people from all over the world, and that's always a good thing to do.
People are nice here, they have very good manners. Even the stranger met on the street they can smell to each other. It's very good things. It's quite different from way back to China. And second thing is the social care is very developed. I mean, like the medical care, people have national insurance.
Well, first when I came, I really enjoyed British weather. I know now it's not as good as it used to be, but still a bit warmer than in my home country. The thing I like most is that when people have eye contact, they always smile. In my home country, they never do this, and if you smile to somebody, they will feel something wrong with me, or.
Living in UK is quite easy. It's very simple over here. If you have a good job, then there's no problem. If you're following the law over here, you have no problem at all. But in Pakistan, law is not very much authentic. So living here is quite good for me, and I have no tension, no hectic, no traffic tensions. If you are following the law, if you have the license, then there's no problem at all. It's good over here, and I'm enjoying the life.
The core study, and we have met a lot of the different people from different countries, and we can know the different culture. I believe the parents feel a lot of freedom here, and I can control my money and something like that.
The food here. The food here, I like the Chinese food, Chinese restaurant.
And I really like the fact that they've got 2 menus separate for foreigners and Chinese people, which is a bit salty and spicy.
Yeah, and
which
sweet,
I really
sweet
like.
and sour sauce.
Yeah, sweet and sour for foreigners, and I really like that.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing food. They don't make it that spicy, and it's quite of normal. You just enjoy it.
Yeah,
and this chopsticks, is it chopsticks?
Yeah, chopsticks.
Yeah, chopsticks is really
Even
amazing.
though I don't know really how to
Yeah,
use them,
I don't know
but
how to
I
use
really try to.
What do you dislike about living in the UK?
The weather is not great.
The weather. Oh, I hate the weather here, right? And it's so wet, and quite a lot of rain, not enough sunshine.
Can't really say. There's always pros and cons. And I can say I like people, but I like some educated people. But of course, I don't like the untenant parts of it. What I don't like probably is that I live in a quite dangerous part of Luton, which is behind the railway. And that's what I don't like, people shouting there and misbehaving, and I always feel like I'm going to call the police now.
People don't bother about you. They don't care what you are doing and what you are going through, if you have any tension or not, any other thing. If you are ill, they don't bother you. If there's any other thing which I dislike the most, the hospital emergency services. Because if you have an emergency situation, if you are ill or if you are severe headache, they don't treat you straight away, because they have an appointment to take with you, then they see you and they start the treatment. So it takes too much for the treatment over here.
The other thing is, well, how can I say? There's so many teenagers. Sometimes the teenager is quite nasty. Sometimes they don't really have good manners unless they have good education.
The racist people, I would say, because it's a country, it's an island. Like this place, the UK is an island, so they don't really like people coming to the UK, and I think that's quite a selfish attitude. People come here to work. There are people here who don't work and live off benefits from the government whilst they're hard-working immigrants in the country, in my opinion. Without immigrants, I don't think the economy would actually work.
The food is not great, English food, although you can find food from other places. And the other thing I don't like is that there's not a lot of small shops and small restaurants around. Anywhere you go, you will find a Debenhams and a Burton's and Poundland. So it's not very, town centres are actually becoming very poor in terms of variety. So it's the same everywhere.
It's not very serious, but still something. Obviously, like our house, when we rent the house from the agency, they have a lot of problems. We want to argue with them about that, but they looks like don't care about it.
It's a UK agency or Chinese agency?
It's UK agencies. Okay, here I'm going to show you my house. Let's come here. On your step, it's broken. Here, when you wash your dishes, the water always comes out and makes it all like flow on the floor. The one that will fix by ourselves. This is the big dark hole of our house. We asked the agency to fix that for us, but 4 months later, they still not come. I will going to talk with my agencies to solve our problems about our house.
Because the agency staff didn't want to be interviewed, we used the undercover shooting.
A few days ago, you came to our house and told us to clean the room, and you told me some problem, and I want to tell you how this problem is. And one thing is, on my main door, there's some steps made by stone, but they are broken.
Okay.
I think it's because of the house is very old. You need to refresh it, just make it new, not our problem. And the
Okay, I think that might be your problem. Maybe you have a larger housemate that's maybe broken it.
Come on, no.
Maybe back from the club one night.
No, can't do this. How can we do to the steps? What we want? What we can go about the steps? Just jump there and make it broken.
Maybe it's just one of those nights that you don't remember. But I don't think we're liable for any of that. It's you have to fix that before you go further with your.
How can we do this? We are not builders. We just rent her.
I think you'd have to get in contact with some builders, mate, or something like that, just to fix it before we give you any money or anything like that.
And another question about the ceiling. The ceiling comes down.
Okay.
When just 2-3 months ago, that thing happened. We told you. We reported
you
that.
Informed us.
Yeah, we informed you. 3 months ago, has gone. You still didn't come. How? You promised me to come, but you didn't.
Okay, so it's probably water that's caused this, hasn't it? So the
I
water...
think it's because of water, but I don't think it's a man problem. It's about the old house.
Okay, I think it might be because how you're using the bathroom. Maybe when you and all your mates are taking a shower, you're not using the shower curtain properly as you're stepping out the shower. Just when you're wet, obviously it's going to seep through the ceiling. So that could be a result of...
We will close it every time we use it.
I think it might be you and your mates' carelessness. If you see where I'm coming from.
Come on,
because it wasn't like that originally, and maybe you haven't been answering our phone calls to send out.
Okay.
You
know what we can do? You know what we can do? Just join the membership of gym and use their bathroom and toilet there. But is that too much to do that?
I think that's pretty extreme. All you maybe had to do was just put some water in there or something, but. I think that's a result of somebody not wanting.
So you say this is all our problems, right?
I'm pretty sure it's all your problems, yeah.
All my problems.
Was functioning before.
But how we need you? What we need? Why we need you? Why we need you to just take our money and let us to clean the room every time?
Because you're moving out soon. It's now it's not a good time because now you're telling us with only a month to go and you have to move out. That you've got all these problems and stuff, so you're gonna have to fix those if you want any of your deposit.
But it's ridiculous. So how can I do? How can I fix it? How can I fix the steps?
You're gonna have to contact some cement mixers or builders or something, get a quote, and maybe your insurance on the property will cover it.
So you asked me to give the money to help me find the other builders?
We won't be giving you any money, sir. I'm sorry about that.
Come on,
but you're gonna have to find out your own pocket, and you shouldn't be as careless with the property.
No.
We trusted you.
You're so sick, sick agency. I will tell all my friends not rent your house again. No people, no the other students new coming to UK to Luton. Well, come on, we don't care about the deposit. You take it.
All right.